Mayor Brandon Johnson, City of Chicago mayor, a smart former school teacher, vetted and is a verified role model for us all. See, here in Chicago, our black political representatives have been embedded in their DNA characteristics written in Ephesians and Galatians talking about the fruit of the Spirit. Goodness, righteousness, truth, love, joy, peace, patience, faithfulness, self-control. See, Mayor Brandon Johnson, he's Donald Trump's worst nightmare. On the minister.
That are literally on the front line to keep our community safe. And this president's approach is like, I wish it were just a joke. He's one, but it's antithetical to what we're actually working to accomplish here. And you're seeing the results all over the country. Brandon Scott, Randall Woodfin, Mayor Bowser, Mayor Johnson in Milwaukee. 30% reduction in homicides just this year alone in the city of Chicago. 40% reduction in shootings and shooting victims. Like, these are individuals who are on the front line, the money that he took to give to the ultra rich, that are preventing violence from taking place. He's exacerbating the problem here. Again, like running amok around this country, shredding our Constitution. He's dangerous. We have seen this before. And inch by inch, he continues to see what he will get away with. I appreciate the question, I really do, because I'm going to stand firm in my defense of our city. And we need more people raising their voices against someone who is trampling over the very Constitution that we helped form and build and reform. Like, I know my history. We don't get to Chicago just simply because we were just walking around aimlessly. We're talking about my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law was a sharecropper. That's barely a generation removed from slavery. We built this country. We fought for a country that didn't see us as a full human being. This man is beyond like the tyranny that we see around the world. Because the tyranny that we're seeing around the world, in many instances, Their Constitution permits it. Our Constitution was built and designed to provide checks and balance. There are certainly no checks to this president right now, except for the cities that are fighting to uphold our humanity and our democracy. And there's certainly no balance to him. I have never seen a president more off than Donald Trump. Just off the rockers. So this is not just about Mayor Brandon Johnson in this moment. This is about one nation that he is working overtime to divide and conquer. He said it. Take him at his word. As off as he is, take him at his word. And I'm gonna fight and do everything in my power to make sure that we protect the sanctity of a democracy that did not even want to see me. And if I can fight that hard for a democracy of which my ancestors built this country, if I can fight that hard for this democracy, everybody else has to lean in as well.
Since then, they've been trying to redact his name out of the file. They're trying to do everything they can not to release the file because his name is in there. So his supporters, his mega supporters, are abandoning him now. They are saying, man, we don't want to have nothing to do with this guy no more. He's losing support, and we've been waiting for this for 10 years, and him to lose support like this. Even though in 2020 we beat him, but you know, Biden and Harris, they didn't do nothing to lock his ass up back in 2021, 2022. They should have hired Glenn Kirshner as Attorney General. They hired Merrick Garland, didn't do nothing. That's why we in this position we in now. Now, he is threatening to, says he seized control of the Washington, D.C. police force. I mean, for what? Keep in mind, all this is because his name's in the Epstein Files. He's threatening to do the same thing in Chicago because his name's in the Epstein Files. This is all just. I just blame these brothers last year that, be honest with you, man, a lot of black people voted for this man. And that's how he won. Like states in Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Georgia. He won them motherfucking states. North Carolina, shit like that. Because black motherfuckers felt like they was being done wrong because of the migrants. And, motherfuckers they want to vote for a woman. What kind of ridiculous shit is this? They rather vote for a white supremacist. You couldn't tell these motherfuckers nothing. I preached that shit all through 23 and 24. These motherfuckers did not listen. These motherfuckers is dumb as fuck.
Wow, not good news for Donald Trump at all. Ghislaine Maxwell's cellmate in Tallahassee is breaking her silence. And this cellmate says that Ghislaine Maxwell was telling other prisoners that she had dirt on Donald Trump. Ghislaine Maxwell was trying to position for a pardon under former President Biden, but Biden's DOJ did not want to hear at all from a convicted sex trafficker. But apparently Ghislaine was telling other prisoners that she's got the goods on Donald Trump. She hoped that Biden would use that against Donald Trump. Biden and Merrick Garland were like, we just can't have any communications with this convicted sex trafficker. But the question is what do some of these other prisoners know, number one? And number two, will they now get subpoenaed in a future Democratic-controlled Congress? Or perhaps if Democrats hold shadow hearings, or should Democrats outmaneuver Republicans again to try to get subpoenas of these individuals to find out what Ghislaine may have been telling other prisoners? Let me tell you what Ghislaine told her cellmate in just a moment. But I also want to know, Ghislaine tell inmates that she heard that she had dirt on Donald Trump. They did this incredible expose, the Daily Mail, on Ghislaine Maxwell's life behind bars at Tallahassee before she was transferred to the minimum security facility in Texas. And the Tallahassee female prisoners are livid. They are revolting in that prison. Apparently, it is a mess right now after a convicted sex trafficker got moved to the minimum security facility. That prison apparently is going nuts right now. So here's what went down. One of the things that we are learning. So her cellmate is someone by the name of Catherine Kamali. Catherine Kamali was serving a sentence for selling methamphetamines, for selling drugs. She's talking about the conditions with Ghislaine Maxwell, and Maxwell's cellmate says, I was there with her. I was in B South at the Tallahassee facility. We were sleeping in these cubes next to each other. The bunk beds were right next to each other. And here's what I heard. I heard her tell another inmate that she heard dirt on Trump and that it was going to get her a pardon from Biden. We heard her boasting about that. But ultimately, I guess that Biden's camp just didn't want to go down that route with Ghislaine Maxwell. 1997 Sunday Mirror article, it talked about Ghislaine bringing Donald Trump young women. The real estate developer got young women from Ghislaine, and she would travel with Donald Trump and the young women. They called her a madam, Madame Ghislaine, bringing the real estate developer the young women he would put in his penthouse. That was from a 1997 article. This is important to note. Now, this happens on the same day that the federal judge Engelmeyer issued a scathing order against the Trump regime. So the Trump regime, part of their strategy from late July to August is have Congress recess, give Donald Trump the space to try to bury and hide the Epstein files, redact Donald Trump's name, offer a deal to Ghislaine to shut her up, give her immunity, move her to this facility, minimum security facility in Texas, Camp Bryan prison in Texas, distract people with that, then pretend that we're trying to release the files by going after grand jury testimony when grand jury testimony cannot really lawfully even be made public, and there's nothing in the grand jury testimony. There's no there. It's not going to add anything. It's good. Took place. In a 31-page decision, he said basically the entire premise of the government wanting to release this grand jury testimony is demonstrably false, that the public would come away feeling disappointed and misled, that you would be re-victimizing the victims by misleading the public about what's in this grand jury testimony. There's nothing of import there at all. It's not allowed to be released in general, so cut it out. And if you want to release the files, you can release the files at any time. It's the 300 gigabytes currently in your possession, custody, and control.
Hey man, right now, our Mayor Brandon Johnson, we just stand behind this man. You stand behind this man, because this president is attacking him, and we had the most credible, incompetent, and he's very smart mayor, a man that you can trust. I mean, compare Donald Trump to our mayor in integrity, honesty, credibility. It's no comparison. Our mayor is a better human being than this piece of shit Donald Trump in the White House. I don't take it lightly when he speaks like that about my mayor. Donald Trump, you are a piece of shit. You a sex offender. You touch children. You're a convicted felon in financial crime. You are a piece of shit. You should not be in the fucking White House. Fuck out of here. Impeach this bastard. Get these Democrats in Congress throughout this fucking country, get a majority in that goddamn House, impeach this bastard, and not only impeach him this goddamn time, let's get the motherfucking majority in Congress to remove his ass from office. Period. And the bastard that rolled with him on the minister. With a lawsuit. Period. Bottom line. Gotta have help. People like me. Brothers fresh out the joint. That no law. Never time. We law. Big yourself. And sue. Big time. On the minister. Lose every time. Rap yourself. Every time. Yourself. Every time. Yourself.